We don't often get indie sci-fi or indie action sense-trumped art at all. It's so ambitious to make on an independent budget. Do you guys want to talk about where you got the inspiration for this kick-ass movie that you just delivered to us?
So to understand the inspiration to this film, you'd have to understand a bit of the history of myself and people that I've worked in the stunt industry with. I was a stunt performer before working as a director for about 15 years. Still perform from time to time now. And I have a group that I've worked with for a long time called Team 2X. And yeah, about 12 years now. And we started making a lot of viral videos and YouTube videos about 10 years ago, and naturally progressed from that to doing short webisodes, and then our first feature, which was called Meza, that was later renamed by distributors to Kill Order, because I think that's more marketable, or something. That's what I was told. And that film was exactly what a lot of first films can be, epic disasters in a lot of different ways, but also great learning experiences and nice entries into the business. And this film was based around a lot of the mythology that film was from, and it had a similar story and a couple similar characters, one of which being David, but we wanted to put it in the same universe, just to sort of show that maybe we can make something that makes a bit more sense and isn't just epic fight scenes with that original story idea. So that's sort of where that was, where the inspiration came from.
We're going to throw it down to you guys in a couple of moments, so think of some great questions for our team here. And I guess we should talk about this fantastic cast you've assembled. One more big round of applause for this incredible. Do you want to just quickly talk about the casting process and then pass the mic down, and maybe each of you talk about a little anecdote from shooting the film and that, because it must have been, I'm sure, quite tough to make.
So first we'll introduce George again. George I've known for a long time. He's actually a very close friend of mine. I didn't cast him for that reason. I casted him because I think he's an incredible actor, and I've always been a huge fan of his work. You know, he comes to work prepared every single day, regardless of how he's feeling, regardless of the night before. He always brings his A game, and super proud of him in this film. And also that, you know, he would you know, journey with us on this small, very difficult, very cold movie. So I'll let George talk a bit about it.
All I'm going to say is Huntsville, minus 35, doing a snowmobile chase in a sweater. That's really all I can say. No, it was really a team effort. Team 2X worked really hard to put together great fights, and you know, Dylan, Rampala stunt doubled like every single person in the movie, and fell out of cars. And everyone worked really hard and made sure that everything kept moving smooth. We had good team spirit, and James was a great captain, and Plato was a great producer, and gave us everything we needed logistically and methodically as well. And you guys did a great job. Thank you. Yeah.
Cool.
An anecdote? That slap was real in the beginning when I slapped George.
Yeah, we did like 8. They're so good.
So, you know what I just realized? You didn't see me move once in the audition process, and so taking me on was like a huge fucking risk. But they did, and I'm so glad they did, and all of the stunt people up here and in the audience too killed it, and really taught me how to move, because we were starting from ground zero, so thank you. You too, well, not ground zero, yeah, but similar. Okay, well.
Cool. Awesome. Hey guys, Eric Hicks here, Atlanta Vale. We do all of our self-tapes together, which is fucking awesome, yeah. The casting process was great. George was my reader for it, and watching the film now, I'm starting to realize I think I was just like a mini version of George. That's why they casted me to look bigger. Put on like On the first day of shooting, I realized that, well, George made an executive decision that our characters were gonna look cool and not wear toques. And it was so effing cold. And the whole shoot, that's all I could think. I was like, you gotta look cool for George, for George. So I was like, all right, just pretend like it's not fucking cold. And it was so cold. Yeah, the shoot was awesome. It was just like a whole family we all just kind of joined into, and so much fun shooting. A lot of stunt work. Dylan was my stunt double on a couple of the big hits and some cool stuff. He made me look awesome. Yeah, he's fucking awesome. Oh, I'm gonna stop swearing, but Dylan's awesome. Anyways, yeah, the film was super fun to watch. Really stoked. It was the first time for, I think, all of us to watch it. So, yeah, great work, everyone. Awesome.
Hi, I'm Chris Mark, and this was just an amazing project to work on with everyone. And you know, the hardest part was definitely Muskoka and the negative 20-degree weather. But one of the really fun parts, which you don't really see on the screen, is all the pre-rehearsal and concept and development. And we had a lot of our friends and other stunt people in Toronto come in every week for about 3 months just to figure out fight choreography, or figure out, you know, how we can use these shields and these batons in different ways. So I'd really like to thank the team and everyone else out there, you know who you are, who came in and helped, for coming in and making this possible. This was a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Hi guys, I'm Eli, and I just want to say thank you very much for coming out and supporting our film. I want to say that, you know, we all do film for different reasons, and myself and the rest of the team 2X, we've been working together for a very, very long time. And so, you know, performing on camera as a stunt guy, it's always fun. But I have to say, I'm so blessed to be able to have been on a production like this with people that I consider family. We've been through everything together, absolutely everything together. So to be able to come up with something like this and to show for all of you guys and to say that, you know, this is something that we did, it's really amazing just having to, you know, been through the process, and I'm just so lucky and fortunate to have had this opportunity to perform with you guys and work with you guys, and everyone did a fantastic job. There's a lot of people in the audience that were part of the cast that haven't come down, so thank you guys as well. And yeah, it's such a great community, and love to be part of it.
Hey everyone, Mike Delaney. I played Eli, which that was kind of weird on set. Eli and Eli. I mean, yeah, it was great. I mean, first of all, this was my first film, so that's kind of cool. Anecdotes, I guess there'd be two. I mean, Huntsville, the forever famous Huntsville. Two are both actually James related. It was awesome because I found out how I got cast, or why I got cast. He came, we were all like out the one night he came up. He was like, Mike, I never saw Eli as an asshole, but then I got your tape and I texted you right away. I was like, oh, cool, thanks, man. And I guess the other one was the convulsing, like just over and over and over. And James was just like, yeah, that was really good. Let's try that again. I'm like, man, I can't fucking breathe. No, please just do. But no, it was great to be a part of. I mean, I've never so quickly like felt like I belonged on a set before, so that was kind of cool. And just being able to work and watch and learn. I mean, especially Eric, it was great to work with another raw person. Like, that was awesome. Yeah, I don't know, it was great. I was happy to be a part of it. And thankful for it.
I just want to add one thing, you know, on behalf of the cast and especially myself, I'm very thankful for the people who were steering the ship while we were making the film, Bruno and Plato, and I want to really thank. I want to really thank our investors and also Plato for taking a chance on me and this project. It's, you know, filmmaking is a very risky business, and you know, it means a lot that someone will look at you and look at your idea and look at your vision and say, okay, I want to back that, and I believe that people will like it. and I want to take a chance on you. So thank you guys, I appreciate that.
On that note, I mean, there's a lot of logistic issues that we were going through, so we know the reality on the back end, which was, you know, we worked through it. Appreciate a lot of the work that Bruno put together as well. And obviously with James, it was great working with him. It was an experience. We've had our past histories. I also started in the stunt and fight sort of background. George has been part of our team in the past, so I've known George for quite a while, since he was a young lad, basically. Yeah, quite a while. So he's grown to be a good actor, good action. And Alana, you put a lot of effort into it. I know you mentioned about the team and everything else, but kudos to you for putting up with all the training. You went through a lot of hours, personal time. So, Bruno?
Yeah, I just want to say that I've known of Plato and James for many, many years. They're well respected in the industry. They're very modest. They've both worked on major Hollywood movies. If you look them up, you'll see. And when I had the opportunity to be part of the movie, I jumped at it, and I'm honored to be part of the Enhanced family now. And there are a lot of other people. Some are in the audience. Anita's right there, one of the stunt people. And there are a lot of people to thank, Chris Slughart and Jim McGrath, great composer. But I'm gonna forget people. Deanna's here, the costume designer. But outside of that, there were a lot of people, and this film is the result of many people putting together basically like everything they had for the passion of making movies. And it shows. Because for such a kind of a tiny film that it started off as, it ended up being Hollywood quality in my mind. So hats off to everybody involved.
Okay, guys, we have time for just a couple of questions from the floor. Anybody want to throw some out? Anybody got any hands up? Over there, at the back.
How long was filming?
How long was filming? Who wants that?
Originally it was 18 days. And yeah, 18 days. And that got extended to, I think in the end, 21 days.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
We didn't have much time.
21 very cold days.
I heard it mentioned that this film was finished about 48 hours ago. Any 11th hour stories?
11th hour Well, when we accepted the invitation to the festival, the film wasn't completed, so Plato and I had to have a conversation, you know, with our team and you know, and our visual effects team and our post team, and just make a decision on can we push to get this done in time. And everyone wanted to screen here, so we decided to push, and the next 4 weeks were insane. So we were actually coloring, doing the online VFX, sound mixing, sound editing, doing the Foley, doing the ADR, like pretty much every step that you would never normally do simultaneously, we were doing simultaneously. And it all kind of came together at the end, and we did finally the three of us got to watch the movie. We hadn't even seen the full film with all the completed parts. But the thing was, it was already made as a DCP, which is what you're seeing. So it's basically like, all right, either everything's gonna line up, or it's not. Play. And it did, so there we are.
I gotta say, it was one of those films that we saw and fell in love with, and like, can you please have it ready in time? I think this is a great film that our fans will love. So I'm so glad you guys did push it, and we're really glad you're part of Toronto After Dark. Thank you.
I also I want to thank Adam and everyone from Toronto After Dark as well. You guys are a great team, and actually you guys allowed us to push the limits for the deadlines that were due normally for a lot of films, so you assisted us a lot as well.
That's great, thanks.
There's a question up here.
Yeah, do you want to shout it out?
Yeah. Around like maybe several decades ago, maybe 50 years ago, there was a guy, maybe a Chinese guy, and when he appeared in the movie, usually he's a creepy guy or like some evil one or kill him. And so for this film, I think that I appreciate your effort. But there's one thing that now the Chris Mark become an evil guy, not even a human. So do you think that will be like a negative impact about the stereotyping of about the East Asian people, and would that be a bad impact for the society?
Are you asking that question specifically because of that one film that you saw?
Yeah, because I think Chris is the only like a Asian guy.
In the film?
And that's a very bad guy, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think like want to intentionally keep that like that. But however, I believe that filmmaker and hard worker do have social responsibility.
Sure. And
Be like a negative impact in many ways. So,
sure.
Yeah, I really don't see this was the trend. It's not.
I agree. Yeah, no, I totally understand, and I agree that filmmakers have a social responsibility. That's definitely not an intention. Myself and my brother, Chris is my brother, by the way, are Asian, so we're both half Chinese. And while we are Canadian, born in Canada, we do obviously associate with our Chinese heritage as well as our Caucasian heritage. So in no way would we want to do that to our family or ancestors. His race was never anything in the film. He wasn't a race, that's just the color of his skin. So if people were to interpret it in that way, then I apologize. But he's just Chris, and his skin is yellow. That's all I have to say about that.
Time for maybe just one more to the floor. Over there.
Seeing this with an audience for the first time, what was your favorite audience reaction during the movie? What were the moments?
I hated watching it with the audience. I was dying, okay? I was like gripping my wife's hand the entire time going, I think they hate it. I think they hate it.
Ask the cast.
So, yeah, ask the cast. That's a better.
Him getting shot in the head. That moment. Oh.
The wrench.
That was good. The wrench. The wrench.
The wrench.
That was good.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
I guess any moment that the audience appreciates is a win for us. So every single time I felt or heard anything from anyone, that's a win.
So, guys, we have to wrap up now because it's getting late, but we're going to be going over to the pub, and that's third floor of the Office Pub. But before we go, I just want to know, what is your plan to release Enhanced, and where can fans follow this the story as the film gets released out there? And I appreciate you getting us here for the world premiere, but obviously you've got a rollout strategy hopefully coming up. Do you want to put up?
Release, right now we're going to be heading down AFM dealing with the market for distribution. We have an international distributor on board. So release dates won't be configured until after probably December, January. And we'll be posting it. Follow on our Instagram. That's a good thing. @Enhance the movie.